Welcome to the Mrs. Silva Reading and Writing Show. All right, we have talked about main idea quite a bit, but good readers, they use main idea and supporting details in everything they do. They do it in their reading and they do it in their writing. So let's take a look at what good readers use. So good readers think about the examples and the details in a text to understand the main idea. So listen to this reading. Inner planets are small and rocky. On the other hand, outer planets are larger and made of gas. Inner planets are closer to the sun and hotter. Outer planets are farther away and colder. The main idea is that inner planets and outer planets are very different. The details show us that. So again, the main idea is that inner planets and outer planets are very different. But if you look at the details are pointing us straight to the main idea. So the good readers use those details and those examples to help understand the main idea. Good readers also can think carefully about the ideas in a text to determine the main idea. So if we look at, for example, if you were doing a test and there was a question that says, and I'm going to read to you A, B, C, and D. Eurasian owls are bigger than North American owls. B, some places have no owls at all. C, owls live in different places and can be different sizes. Or D, large owls are scarier than small owls. C is the main idea because every sentence supports this idea. Let's look at it. Owls live in different places and can be different sizes. Well, let's see if A supports that. Eurasian owls are bigger than North American owls. That talks about different sizes. Some places have no owls at all. Again, that tells us that they live in different places. And finally, D, large owls are scarier than small owls. So they can be different then larger owls can be different than smaller owls. So all three of those answers, A, B, and D, point to C. This is a really good technique to use in your Quiz Whiz. When you're doing Quiz Whiz, if you look at the answers, a lot of the details will support the main idea. They will point straight to the main idea. So when you look at the answer choices, read all the answer choices, and it's kind of like, this one is not like the others, so that must be the main idea. So let's look at the topic. What's the topic? Remember to look at the title and the pictures. So we've got a picture right here, and our title is wolves. So what do you think the topic is? It's wolves. It's hard not to be wolves. It's directly in the title. This was a pretty easy one. So let's look right here at main idea and supporting details. Most gray wolves live in northern parts of the world. These places get very cold in the winter. Some gray wolves live near mountains. Red wolves live only in the southeastern part of the United States. So just looking at that paragraph, what is that paragraph about specifically? And what details support that main idea? Well, let's look and see. Here we go. The main idea of the paragraph is where wolves live. So all of those details support where wolves live. Do you see the restating to answer the question? Instead of just saying it's about where wolves live, we say the main idea of the paragraph is where wolves live. We restate. Restate. Oh, look, there's a prefix. And if you haven't watched that video yet, what does re mean? It means you do it again. So you state the question again, or you state the sentence again. So let's look at the supporting details. The first one, most gray wolves live in the northern parts of the world. Yes, that's something about where wolves live. Our other supporting detail, some gray wolves live near mountains. Again, it's pointing to where wolves live. And finally, red wolves live only in the southeastern part of the US. Again, all three of those details come underneath the main idea and point directly to what the text is about or what this paragraph is about. So the supporting details point always to the main idea. Let's look at another one. Wolves are big, wild dogs. Most wolves are called gray wolves. One other kind of wolf is called a red wolf. There are 17 kinds of gray wolves in the world. Well, that's a lot of information about all these different kinds of wolves. So what do you think the main idea is? And what details support it? Let's take a look again. The main idea of the paragraph is there are different kinds of wolves. And here's what points to that. Most wolves are called gray wolves. One other kind of wolf is a red wolf. There are 17 kinds of gray wolves. So all of those supporting details point you directly back to the main idea, which is that there are different kinds of wolves. Do you see how we restated right here? The main idea of the paragraph is, and then our supporting details are just the facts right here. So we didn't even have to restate for those. Now you're going to give it a try. Head over to Schoology and use the link to the Wolves Google form. You're going to read the paragraph about wolves, just like we read here. You're going to tell me the main idea and the supporting details in complete sentences. It must be complete sentences, all right? So make sure that whenever you are doing your Google form, you're making sure you have a capital letter and a period at the end. And when you read it aloud, it makes sense. It is a correct sentence. But also remember to restate when doing your sentences. So again, the main idea of the paragraph is, or the main idea is, and then just using those facts to point back to that main idea. So it's your turn to give it a try. We'll see how you do. It has been great chatting with you guys again for the Mrs. Silva Reading Show.
Thank you for joining us for the Mrs. Silva Reading and Writing Show. We'll see you again later.